In this session, we will work on displaying the orders in this particular screen. This will be a home page or a dashboard for our application where a grocery store owner can see all the orders which are received so far. He can also see the total cost or the total of all the orders. So he gets an idea on the total business that he's doing. So first we will write as usual the Python backend API for this. So I will go to orders DAO and I've created this function called get all orders and I'll just call it from here first. Okay, so our usual thing is you create a connection cursor, then you say cursor dot execute query. And what is the query? Well, your query is actually very simple for the orders. It will be select star from orders. Okay. We have two tables for the orders, order and order details. Right now, we are going to display only the orders, not the order details. You see in the grid here, see these are orders, right? Order, customer name, total cost. We are not showing the details of that order in that grid. So this query is good enough. Once it is executed, you will do for record in cursor, do something. Okay, what do you want to do? You want to return all these orders in an array. So I will just say response and response dot append something. So I will return it as a dictionary and then return this response can be written from here. Okay, so what do I get here as a tuple when I execute this query? You get all these columns: order ID, customer name, total, and date time. So that's what I will type in here: order ID, customer name, total, date time. Order ID is order ID, customer name is that, total is total, and date time is date time. All right. So you see, you are getting all these orders back. Now we are going to write an API in our server.py, and that API is very simple actually. You just create an endpoint. So this is what we'll use to make a call from UI. The method is of course get, and I am using the same order DAO.get all orders. Okay, so let's run this. So now I'm running the server. My server is all set and ready. Now comes the front end. In the UI, I have this file called dashboard.js. Okay, so if you say dashboard.js, see dashboard.js, I'm referring it from index.html. See, index.html in any web programming is the home page. So this is my home page. This particular thing is my home page. In the home page, I'm referring to dashboard.js, and dashboard.js, I'm making a call to order list API, which is, as you see, it is get all orders, and get all orders. These two things should be matching. And then once I return the response, I'm running a for loop as usual and putting all the orders into a table. So this is my table where I'm inserting a table row. So table row is indicated by tr element. Okay. And this td is the individual cells in that row. So whatever I'm getting from the backend, I'm just displaying it. I'm restricting the decimal places to 2 decimal. I don't want to display it to big float number. That's why. So let's test this. So I will right click, inspect. I'll go to dashboard and I'll put a breakpoint here. You see I have a breakpoint here and I refresh. So when I refresh, I get this response back, and this response has all these orders. See, you see that? So now I'm just going through these orders one by one, and these orders are displayed. By the way, this each if you want to go inside, you have to put a breakpoint here, because it's kind of like async. Hooray, our application is done now. All right, we have nice application here. It's a simple application. It needs a lot of improvements, but at least you built end-to-end application using Python and some web technologies. Now, as an exercise, if you go to my GitHub page, the link is in video description below. You need to uh, show the order details, because here I have the order, okay, 530 rupees, but what did I buy? Toothpaste, rice, what is the details of that order? So if you put a new column here and add a button, see, and manage product, I had this button, okay. So similar to this button, I can add a view order button. When you click on that, you show all the individual items in a new screen for that particular order. And after you do that, yeah, so that's an exercise. Like, I have given other exercises as well. So there are total 5 exercises that you need to work on overall as this project continues. Now, working on this exercise will consolidate your knowledge, and just by watching the video, you don't learn coding. For learning coding, you have to do the exercise on your own. I don't have the exercise solution. I want some of you to work on this solution and then give me a pull request. So you can fork this repo, fork, click on fork, and then add a directory called solution here, which should have solution for all these 5 exercises, and give me a pull request. I will pick the best answer and I will merge it, and I will give that person a credit that you're also contributing and you're helping people. Once this kind of project is done, see, this project is still running in dev. If you want to do some freelancing work and go to nearby grocery shop and give it to them, you have to deploy this on a cloud. So for cloud deployment, if you do, let's say, codebasics, deploy a model to production. I have this video where I deployed Flash server to AWS. You can use same exact video and deploy the whole application to AWS. So I hope you will do that. AWS has a free tier, so you can just use that free tier and deploy the code. Okay, so you do that. There are also some afterthoughts, which is managing the database connection, etc. in a config file. So right now in my database, if you look at it, in the code itself, I'm maintaining username, password, all of that. Usually in the production application, you will have some kind of config where you have development, alpha, and production credentials for your database connection and so on. You maintain that there and then you read it. So I hope you can add that as well. A good production code, if you're working in any corporate company, will also have a automated test, unit test and integration test. So I did not cover it, but I have PyTest tutorial, so you can watch those and maybe add some unit test. People use Git as a source code management tool. So if you are doing this project along with your friend, you can work on product module, your friend can work on order module, and you both can collaborate and do this project together. So do this project and the exercises together and use Git for source code management, so that way you get a good understanding of Git as well. Then you can also do each other's code review. If you're working for a company, the code review process is very normal. It is something that happens. So you are working in a group, now you can review your friend's code, your friend can review your code, and that way you build some skills which will be very helpful to get a job. And then deployment in cloud is something we already talked about. Now I have a Discord server here. So if you join my Discord server, there is a partner and group finder. So using this group, you can find people, you can make a group, and you can do projects together. Okay, so use the Discord server There are many other channels which could be useful as well. For Git, I have Git tutorials, so you can watch these tutorials and use Git. If you do like PyTest tutorial, there are like PyTest tutorials I have which will help you write unit test and so on. So whatever you need in order to make yourself ready for industry and job, we have all that information. All you need is a little will. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this series so far. We are concluding this series. This is the last video, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. You can also, if you are interested in web development, maybe play with the UI, change the colors, change the background image, just play with it and make it look like your own application. Now this application was grocery store management. You can make similar application for medical store or any other business pretty much. We covered 3-tier application development: UI, backend, database, and connecting these three pieces together. And this gave you a very good exposure of everything that you need to build the full application. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and I hope you will work on exercise. Leave me a comment if you have any question.